At 94 years old, William Shatner is finally opening up in a way that few Star Trek fans ever expected, pulling back the curtain on a life that has been as complicated and dramatic behind the scenes as it was iconic on screen. Best known as the fearless Captain James T. Kirk, Shatner's journey began far from Hollywood, in Montreal's Notre-Dame-de-Grâce neighborhood, where he was born on March 22, 1931, to a conservative Jewish family whose roots stretched back to Ukraine and Lithuania, and where his grandfather anglicized the family name to Shatner in hopes of a better future. Though he studied economics at McGill University and earned a Bachelor of Commerce in 1952, his heart was always set on acting, a passion he explored early at the Montreal Children's Theatre before making the bold decision to leave Canada for New York in 1954. His early career was built on grit and nerve, from juggling theatre jobs to performing at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival, where fate intervened in 1956 when Christopher Plummer fell ill with kidney stones, forcing Shatner to step into Henry V with just 3 hours' notice, a performance so strong it put him firmly on the industry's radar. From there, his rise was steady, moving from quirky TV roles like Ranger Bob on The Howdy Doody Show to films such as The Brothers Karamazov, until Star Trek transformed him into a global legend. Yet fame came with tension, as Shatner later admitted that his time on the Star Trek set was marked by ego clashes, resentment, and long-running feuds, particularly with George Takei and, more painfully, Leonard Nimoy. Accusations of arrogance, scene stealing, and contract disputes simmered for decades, and while some cast members eventually softened, others never forgave him, leaving scars that time never fully healed. Off-screen, Shatner's life was equally intense, shaped by 4 marriages, 3 daughters, and a devastating loss in 1999 when his third wife, Nerine, drowned after struggling with alcoholism, a tragedy that haunted him and later poured out through music, most notably in the raw spoken-word track What Have You Done, where he confronted his own guilt and grief. Music itself became an unlikely chapter in his story, beginning with mockery after his 1968 album The Transformed Man, but eventually earning respect with later releases like Has Been and Seeking Major Tom. Beyond entertainment, Shatner found peace in horses, a lifelong passion that led him to competitive riding, breeding, and writing about the deep emotional bond he shared with them, a love so strong it even made headlines during his divorce settlements. Incredibly, at age 90, he reached space aboard a Blue Origin flight, becoming the oldest person to do so, an experience he described as profoundly emotional, yet even that cosmic milestone didn't eclipse the unresolved pain of his fractured friendships. Despite playing one of television's most famous captains, Shatner has never watched Star Trek, admitting he finds it painful to see himself on screen, and instead chooses to focus on living forward. Today, as he celebrates his 94th year, he continues a decades-long tradition of marking his birthday through charity, raising millions for children and veterans via the Hollywood Charity Horse Show, while still finding joy in family, reflection, and storytelling. Shatner's life, filled with triumph, controversy, heartbreak, and resilience, proves that behind the myth of Captain Kirk stands a deeply human figure, flawed, driven, and still searching for understanding, long after the cameras stopped rolling.